Okay, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies and gents, we're going to do a little bit of that music thing going on in the background. Now, somebody said that the music was a little bit louder than me. Okay, now I done told y'all, but y'all didn't pay attention. So I want y'all to pay attention now that this is a new software, new song. Celine Dion, Chris Brown. Oh, that's a movie. What I did the other day, let me make sure. Is it videos or is it pictures? Vids. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, no, it's documents. I'm looking for the song. So let's do types and let's see if I can find some MP3s or MP4s. Those are videos. I don't want the videos. I want the MP3s. Don't see them. I'm looking for those, the videos, the music. So let's highlight that and let's go size. Okay, sad piano. There we go. That's what I want. All right. Now, there are a couple of things that I want to bring to y'all attention. Now, we're going to turn this up a little bit. You know what? No, we ain't going to do that. We're not going to do the slow piano music today. We gonna do we ain't gonna do the shy lights, but we're not gonna do instrumentals. Nah, today we're gonna do, let me see. I wanna do something different, y'all. Let's see. Well, first we're gonna listen to this song, cause this is my song, okay? This is Richard Dimplesfield. He passed away in the early 2000s, and he just wants y'all to know that if it ain't one thing, it's another. And that's what this video is going to be called. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Now, why am I doing this particular video? Well, as I told y'all, it appears that the idiots in Puerto Rico want to play. That's right. They want to play. I'm sorry. I just adjusted the mic. I put it closer to my face and mouth. And so this should be able to help y'all hear me just a little bit better. I don't want to put it too close so that we have static like we do now, because that's it rubbing against the hairs of my chinny chin chin. Alright, before I tell you what's going on with Puerto Rico and their stupidity, this is a letter that I wrote. This is a payable to the order of letter, okay? And basically, this is not a format for you to follow. This is what I've done. Okay, this is not an actual, these are actual addresses. That's an actual address, but the rest of this is not actual. This is made up, like Coupon or GGN or let's see, what else is added? See all of that? That's not accurate. I don't even know what 91212 is. I know 91210 is, but 91212, maybe that is a zip code. I won't tell you what I put here because that's not your business. I'm not telling y'all everything. I'm just telling y'all what I've done, okay? I just want y'all to understand because some people say that I don't understand. So let me help y'all understand. Oh, I'm at the airport. It is 9:05 in the evening. Hold on. I'm needing the JFK information. I got a lot of stuff with me, y'all. I got the computer. Yeah, that's my flight, ladies and gentlemen, so we may not get through all of this. It leaves at 9:55, it's 9:05. This is payable to the order of the person's name, estate, without recourse. Okay? I, Brett Jones, acting on, on my own behalf. Okay. I won't be able to complete this now. I'll probably have to wait till I get on board to complete it. So that means I'm going to have to pause everything. So we're going to pause my boy, Richard Dimplesfield, and we're going to pause the video. So want y'all to hang on. Uh-oh, got to do it this way. It's behind the veil. Okay, let's pause. No, we're going to resume. I think I have time. We're not leaving now. It's 9:50. It's 9:06. Look, basically this is what it says, that I am operating under the understanding of these banking acts. Why? What did these banking acts do? Well, they helped us to understand what the Supreme Court said in Butler versus Thompson. Let me see what the numbers are next to my boarding ticket. It said SKY. I know that ain't me because I ain't rich, so we're not flying first class. That's right, we fly coach. I don't know what SKY is, where that would be. Well, anyway, let's go on so that you all know what's going on here. The Supreme Court in Butler versus Thompson in 1877 said, a coin dollar is worth no more for the purposes of tendering a payment of an ordinary debt, remember that word, an ordinary debt, than a note dollar. Dollar for dollar, equal power, and value. That's right, every dollar has power. A penny is a dollar, a dime is a dollar. Just go ahead and look at the back and notice that it says it's a dollar. A quarter is a quarter dollar. Okay? They're all dollars. A $20 bill is a dollar bill. You just said it. $20 bill. $100 bill. They're all dollar bills. Okay? Equal power for every dollar. The law has not made the note a standard of value more than the coin. That's what the Supreme Court said in that case. This is what I'm saying. The fact of the matter is that to the present day, the law does not make the note a standard of value. Congress has already ordered by banking acts that they be printed in denominations as noted above and below, never distinguishing a value between each of the items that has the term dollar on their face or back. Now, they did do it a couple of times. We're going to talk about that now. Now, this is what the Supreme Court said. Let's do, where did we, oh, there it is right there. It says, it is true that in the market as an article of merchandise, one is of greater value than the other, but as money, that is to say, a medium of exchange, the law knows no difference between them. As money, there is no difference in dollars, from dollar to dollar, so that you know that when used as money, Federal Reserve notes are all equal in value. As to the current date, the dollar is backed by nothing of substance. Okay, note, Federal Reserve. From the second and third issuance of U.S. notes carried the following obligation. This note is legal tender for all debts, both public and private. Didn't say both, but public and private, except for duties, imports, interest on the public debt, and is receivable in payments for all loans made in the United States. It is no longer the case today. What do they say now? Well, series dates from 1869 all the way to 1923, and we want to keep in mind this series right here. Sorry, this right here. Okay? The Supreme Court's case was 1877. Let's note this, that the United States will pay to the bearer a certain amount of dollars. The note is legal tender at its face value for all debts, public and private. The language has been intentionally omitted. Why? It is no longer a United States obligation. Why? Except duties, this is what the actual code says, imports and interest on a public debt. That's what the note originally said, without this section in the parentheses. That's me. Okay, so this section right here, whenever you see parentheses in any of this document, that's me adding that for clarity and understanding. Because some people say that I'm interpreting things wrong. Oh well. Note here's the exception. There was an indication here of face value. Right there. It's face value. But we must remember the Supreme Court decision in 1877. And the notes had this inscription on them. And yet, the Supreme Court still reached the conclusion the law has not made the note a standard of value. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my flight, and they are letting everybody. Okay, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, turns out it wasn't my flight after all. I am tethering, and I am trying to keep the static down, so I gotta make sure. Nah, see, I'm using the internet, and I can't use the internet and do too much with this right now because I got too many things going on. So I'm going to turn down the volume of this because you guys are going to be listening to the wonderful announcers in the background and the other people here 9:25 in the evening as we have a very crowded airport. All right, let's get back to this dollar thing. Now, we talked about the Supreme Court decision in 1877. It says in the notes had this inscription on them. That inscription talking about face value. You've all heard of face value before dealing with dollar bills. You've even heard people use the expression taking something at its face value. Well, this is where it comes from. You don't believe me? Do the research. But the Supreme Court, even though these notes had this inscription on them all the way until 1923, 1917, 1907, 1880, the Supreme Court was aware of that. And they said the law has not made the note a standard of value. But I thought it was a standard of value, that it was backed by the United States government for up to $10. Where did I get that from? Well, let's go on. Right here. It says, as authorized by the Legal Tender Act of 1862 and 1863. The obligation of these notes was worded as follows. The United States of America will pay the bearer $10. This note is legal tender for $10, subject to the provisions of Section 3588 RS. This note is legal tender at its face value for all debts, public and private, except duties on imports and interest on the public debt. Do you see that? Now, we're not going to talk about the interest on the public debt and what that applied to and why that mattered. Why you couldn't use legal tender to pay down the public debt. We'll talk about that some other day. But let's focus at this note is legal tender at its face value for all debts. Now, remember, this is 1862, 1863. The wording was changed by the Act of Congress, May 12, 1933, to read as follows. This note is legal tender at its face value for all debts, public and private. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not true because at its face value does not appear on the notes today. Remember, 1933 is when it changed. It actually says this note is legal tender for all debts, both public and private. It no longer has for its face value. Again, equal power for every dollar. No longer is there an issue of face value. Okay, then we have the Act of May 12, 1933, as I mentioned up here, but this is incorrect. Gotta correct that. The Federal Emergency Relief Act, Public Law 7315, Stat 48, Stat 55. We all know that it says now, this note is legal tender, this note is legal tender, payable for all debts, both public and private. It doesn't say anything else. Does not say anything about face value because face value is not the issue. Why? Because the Supreme Court's decision has not been overturned. That there's equal power for every dollar. Why? Because every dollar is equal. Because the law does not and has not made a distinction between the two. Now, there's been a problem in our banking system. For individuals have been duped into believing that they are receiving money. Federal Reserve notes are not money. Remember, Well, let's read it. They are only a medium of exchange. And as the Supreme Court said, as money, that is to say, a medium of exchange, the law knows no difference between them, $1 or another. This is has not been the case. Wait, excuse me. This case has not been overturned, and Congress has still not made the note dollar of greater value than another note dollar. On January 10th, 2014, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, which is a joke, is set up through the United States Treasury's Office, which is a joke, issued mortgage servicing rules designed to protect the borrower when it comes to mortgage loans related product. People, it's called the Dodd-Frank Act that imposed these new requirements on servicers. And you can read it and look at the Dodd-Frank Act and see how it applies to mortgage loan. It's weak because it doesn't do anything, but it does say that you have a right to the finances. Let's go down and see that. Account information. This is one of them. The amount currently due. And then, such as outstanding balances, it says transaction activity, partial payment information, fees, or other charges to the account information. See, you have a right to this information, but they're not providing it to you. What they're doing is they're providing a summary. So you need to ask for a composite accounting. I didn't say comprehensive, I said composite, because that is what the Federal Bureau, Federal Revenue Service says must be done under Title 26. All right, let's get rid of that. We're going to save because this is the one I'm putting up. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that. I don't even know why that's open. Oh, okay, because I'm doing a screen recording. Okay, we have another document. Nope, that's not it. All right, don't say. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to give you a little bit of an explanation as to what's going on with Puerto Rico. I received a call tonight saying that the police in Puerto Rico was looking for someone. Now, mind you, they know where I am, knew where I was, knew everything. And the idea is I'm supposed to be scared. I'm supposed to be in fear. People, I'm at an airport, ready to go. They want to play? I want to play. And I'm ready to play. So, those of you who tend to want to worry, please don't worry. I am well protected. And I am well prepared. I had an opportunity to take a breather, a second breath. Had a little time to recoup. And now, let's play. Do I want to play? Nah. But if they want to play, I want to play. All right. Those of you who have signed up for the mortgages, please understand that the team has already been put on standby to receive your documents, your paperwork, to make sure that they get filed and processed. SATCOM, SATCOMM, and Sitcom, SITCOMM. Yes, I created both, and I'm so proud of those two names, SATCOM and Sitcom. Yeah, I know, silly, ain't it? But for marketing, they both work just fine. All right. We will be providing some letters accompanying the certificates and giving the county register instructions on what to do and what we're seeking. Okay, sorry. I know where part of the feedback was coming from. My phone is tethered to the computer because I'm at a different plug-in spot and it's a piece of junk. Like I said, I got to get rid of this because this thing ain't doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, yeah, let me get rid of that right there. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be putting those letters together. We have, like we said, a sample letter template. Okay? This is not what we're going to be sending out. Okay? This is just, like it says, letter to lender. This is a simple template that someone else used. Our letters will not be this, but we'll be instructing them on what we're looking to have done, both the county registers and the we keep telling you, you need to pay attention to your loan. You're looking to find out who is the trustee for the securitization of the deed of trust. That's important. Why? Because the IRS code says that's important. The IRS code calls you the trust interest holder. Let's close that. Let's go online. Now this is where we are. I typed in R&B Soul Mix and we got best R&B ever non-stop. Okay? That's not what I'm looking for. We're going to open up another window. Okay. Here we go. We're going to do no I'm looking for just Gmail. So let's just type in trust interest holder. No. That's, uh-uh. Now I'm using another browser right now. I gotta see which one this is. Let's do help. I'm looking for about. Oh, it's called Slim Browser. Okay, I just decided to test a couple of different browsers. Okay, now again, I'm tethering with my cell phone, so I won't be able to talk much longer because I'm going to need to upload this and I'm going to need all the time necessary to upload it. You see how long it's taking this to pop up. Maybe I need to be in Opera or something. Free living trust forms. We're not talking about that type of trust interest holder. Let's see. Legal documents. See, that's all it. Interest holders. Okay, real estate mortgage investment conduits. And that's where it comes from, ladies and gentlemen. That's where I got the information from. The REMIC. That's what real estate mortgage investment conduit means. REMIC. That's the acronym. Is an entity that holds a fixed pool of mortgages and issues multiple classes of interest in itself to investors under the U.S. federal income tax law and is treated as a partnership for federal income tax purposes with its income passes through its interest holders. Excuse me, the borrower is one such interest holder. Remake residual interests enjoy more liquidity than owners' trusts do. Okay? So, it is necessary for you to find out who the trustee is because the trustee has the information on what interests are due the trust interest holder, which the owner, grantor, trustor of the trust happens to be. He's not the only trust interest holder, but he's one of them. Federal income taxation of remix is governed primarily under, and I would suggest you go here and read until you understand. Why? Because this is the game that's being played with your home. And ladies and gentlemen, there is interest there that you have not been receiving any credit for. And because they do send you summaries, which you can't read because you don't understand what's going on, and plus they throw in a lot of junk to distract you and keep you from understanding, you're going to have to do your research. Okay? Now, go ahead and ask yourself, is anybody else telling you this? Like I said, I've looked at the general instructions for the 2016 forms. One of those forms is 1099 OID, 1099As, 1099S, 1099. What is the other 1099 that's so important? OID. Well, anyway, too tired, too late. Did the research, and that's how I came to the understanding of the trust interest holder. And from that, I understand what mortgage-backed securities are, what REMICs are, the real estate mortgage investment conduit, or the WIFIT, the widely held fixed mortgage investment trust. Okay? I understand these because I took the time to read the general instructions and then to read the associated code around it. What you have to do is you have to find out what the terms mean and who they apply to. Once you understand who applies, what applies, then you can understand how to understand the code. Okay? Again, my job is to point you in a direction. You don't need me, but many of you don't have a lot of time to do the research. Mortgage-backed securities issued through a REMIC can be debt financings of the issuer of a sale, excuse me, issuer or a sale of assets. Look, people, what you need to understand is a REMIC is trust. It's a corporation, it's a partnership because it's a bunch of mortgages pulled together or a bunch of deeds of trust agreement. Go back and listen to the call and notice that the attorney said that that is the trustee for the securitization of the deed of trust. The REMIC. It's been securitized and it's been pulled together. Okay, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to let you know that doesn't matter what they do, I'm not going to stop bringing this information to you. I'm going to do my best to get this taken care of as soon as possible. I won't delay, but I wanted you to have an idea of what's going on so you would know in advance. I have another audio that I'm going to try to put up. I don't know if I have the software that's going to allow me to do it, but I'm going to try to put it up there, put it up on video so that all of you will have it. Once again, I want to thank you for taking the time, and I want you to have a good day, good night, but whatever you do, may it be good. And those of you who worry, don't worry. Be happy. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your lives. Goodbye.